swimmers, welcome back. This episode is dedicated to 3 common freestyle misconceptions and how they are debunked with an elite athlete, Caleb Dressel, in the 100-meter freestyle event. Now, before we get started, if you find value in the SWIMVICE channel, hit the subscribe button at the bottom right-hand corner to show your support and also be notified for new videos to help with your swim practice every week. Misconception number 1 is your hands must be closed and tense like a paddle in order to swim faster. So watching Caleb here in the 100-meter freestyle event is right about here. You can see that his hands are not only relaxed, but his fingertips are open. So he doesn't have this tense hand, because if you have that tense closed hand, you actually don't have a better paddle. With the relaxed hand, water is thick, it creates a web. And also he's just more relaxed from his hand, which gives him a better catch and more fluidity within his movements. You also see here on his opposite hand in just a moment, when it's extended, again, the hand is relaxed. There's no cupping, there's no tension in the hand, because where his true tension is and where his engagement is through his core, his hips, his lats, the center of his body, but his hands are relaxed as well as his feet. So think the extremities more relaxed, more towards the center of his body is engaged and powerful. If the hands are tense, most likely you'll end up pulling prematurely. So something as far as a drill like the fist drill is super helpful to get you away from putting so much tension in your hand. If you're interested in learning more about this technique point, I have it linked at the top right-hand corner. Just a quick recap again, hands are relaxed in order to create a better catch and more fluidity with each movement. Number 2, your head must be attached to your arm when you try to breathe, or better known as ear to arm. While watching his breath here zoomed in, you can see in just a moment that there's quite a bit of space between the side of his head and his arm. So right here, a lot of space between his head and his arm. The reason why is to keep symmetry with his stroke, also to provide that space to be able to breathe. So there's no unnecessary tension near his neck and his arm. So it's not cramped, so you don't want your breath to be cramped. You want to provide that space, which overall creates a pocket in order to breathe. It also keeps his movement fluid, less mechanical, and powerful with every stroke. Lastly, it keeps his shoulders relaxed so that when he finishes his breath, he's able to create an excellent catch. Misconception number 3 in freestyle breathing is if you see more air, you'll be able to breathe more air. You'll have more space. While watching his breath, which he repeatedly does on every other stroke, you'll see here that his head is low. See that one goggle under the water? The whole half of his face is under. So if his head and eyes are low, that helps provide more space to breathe because it creates the pocket or the bow wave. So when you have a bigger pocket, it's when your head is lower, of course not pressed, but his head is straight, half of his face is underwater, creating that pocket in order to breathe. If he was to see more air, his head would be lifted and that pocket would be smaller. So in order to get more space to breathe, you want to keep and maintain your head low, one goggle under the water. If you're interested in learning more about freestyle breathing, I have a useful video linked at the top right-hand corner. So a quick recap on the breathing is you want to keep your head low, your head straight, one goggle under the water, which will provide more space in order to breathe. All right, swimmers, if you found this video useful, feel free to share it on social and head over to the website, swimvice.com, and join the newsletter to be first to be notified for new training material to help with your practice. All right, swimmers, enjoy your practice, and I will see you all next week.